What's going on YouTube? Brandon Lechuga here. I thought I'd make a quick video. Holy cow, there's a lot of traffic. I'm out driving around for work right now. So I thought I'd make a quick video on how much it costs to insure my Nissan GT-R. You know, I'm only 25, so I actually bought the car, I think actually before my birthday, yeah. So I bought the car actually before my birthday because I've had it for 4 months now. My birthday was in August, so yeah, and it's October now. So I've had it for a while now, and I was just gonna let you guys know how much it costs because I've gotten questions like, how do you know, you have all these cars, so how expensive is it to sorry about that, the road's really bumpy. How expensive is it to, you know, own that many cars? You know, I have the truck, the Challenger, the GT-R, my work vehicle, and then I also have that off-road vehicle, the Kawasaki TRX. Yeah, sorry, this road is terrible. Yeah, so I was just gonna make a quick video on how much I pay for insurance on the GT-R. So the GT-R is fully covered, and I also have it to where, you know, if I wreck it, or if somebody totals it, or if I total it, it's gonna be paid off no matter what. So like I said, it's got the full coverage. It's also got that, so whatever is left over, doesn't matter the mileage, what happened, whatever, it gets paid off. So yeah, so that's the coverage I have. And then I pay $68 a month for the GT-R for full coverage. So what goes into that is, there's actually a lot of factors that go into that. One, which is kind of like one of the main things, is your age. Once you turn 25, at least in Colorado, I don't know if it's nationwide or how it works exactly, but yeah, it goes off of age. So once I turn 25, I get a break on my insurance because, you know, if you haven't had any accidents for so long and all that, once you turn 25 as a male, your insurance goes down. So that's one of the big things to play into is age. Age definitely does matter in this particular thing. Like I said, with me being 25 now, I get an insurance break. My wife, she's on the car, but she's 24. So, you know, we still don't get the full break. Once she turns 25, we should be able to get, you know, a really, really great deal on it. It should actually go even lower because she hasn't had any tickets since she was, you know, a teenager, 18, 19-ish. So that's good. But yeah, so, you know, that's one of the key factors is your age. So once you turn 25, you know, it should make it a little bit cheaper. So that's why I only pay that much right now. And also, like I said, my wife hasn't had a ticket since she was like 18 or 19, and then I haven't had any tickets since I was 16, and it was for running a stop sign. So the last ticket I had was when I was 16. So that, again, is a huge factor in this. But yeah, so those are two things that you need to consider for sure, is your age, when was the last time you had a ticket, how many tickets do you have. Those are really big things that play a factor in that. Also, you know, it also matters, you know, how long you've been with your insurance. Are they going to give you a break? I've been with my insurance for since I was in high school, and then when I, you know, moved out and everything and bought my own house, I stuck with them, so that helped. I also have insurance for my house through them, which is also a big thing. If you bundle stuff, you usually get a break. And, you know, I have, oh man, I have the truck, I have the Nitro, I have the Challenger, I have the GT-R, and I have the Kawasaki, all insured, you know, through them, along with my house. So I usually get a pretty good not tax break, I usually get a pretty good you know, bundle break with that, and that definitely helps out a lot. And then also, what the insurance go off of, the companies go off of, which is one of the big things, is you know, your city. So I live in Westminster, but it's, you know, it's still pretty crowded here. Denver's a little bit more crowded. So they ask, you know, how many miles are you driving on this vehicle a day? How many miles are you driving on this vehicle? And a lot of my vehicles, I have like the truck, I have the GT-R and the Challenger as kind of like luxury vehicles. Like, you know, my wife, she does take the Challenger to work every day, but it's like 4 miles there, 4 miles back. So they ask, you know, how long is your drive round trip for this vehicle? 8 miles? How long is it for this vehicle? You know, I drive that on the weekends occasionally. The Challenger, not the Challenger, the truck. You know, I'd probably put a few hundred miles on that every month, but that's nothing crazy. And that, again, with the Challenger, it's probably roughly the same. The GT-R, I only take that out on short, you know, or not short, but sometimes I take it to the mountains. I don't take it out every weekend on that. You know, it does go out, you know, it doesn't go out at all during the winter, so the car really doesn't get driven around that much, which is another thing. And then I do know some insurance companies offer, like, you know, once you turn 25, you're allowed to make vehicles like, hey, if you drive this vehicle only this many miles a year, you know, your insurance will only be this expensive. So I could probably get away with that with a few of my vehicles. I haven't checked into that yet. Like I said, I just got the insurance break for turning 25. When my wife turns 25, I'll probably be able to look into that and be like, hey, you know, these two vehicles are luxury vehicles, so the insurance should only be this much, and if I only drive it this many miles a year, it should be good. So I'll probably do that with the truck, and I'll probably do that with the GT-R. But I mean, like I said, back to one of my other main points that I was making was the city that you live in. Denver is booming right now, so it's like Colorado all in general is booming. So I expect my insurance to go up here pretty soon. It's already gone up a little bit in the last like year, that's for sure, because I got a statement from my company saying, hey, your insurance is going up due to the population growth. So the more populated area that you live, I know that you're going to pay a lot more in insurance because you're more likely to get hit. You know, the more people there are, the more likely there's going to be people on the road, the more likely there's going to be accidents. It's just common sense. So yeah, so if you live in a less populated area, like I know one of the YouTube guys I like to follow and check out his videos, the Strad Man, he has a Lamborghini, but he lives in Utah, and he said, you know, the population of where he lives isn't very high, which that makes a good like point because his insurance is really low. And again, he touches base on some of these points that I made, not all of them, but some of the similar ones. So again, like I said, it goes back to population, where you live, how many cars are there, how many people. I lived in Sterling, Colorado for a little bit. My insurance went down quite a bit because I was going to college, and it's a small town, and you're less likely, you know, to drive around, less likely to get hit. So again, it's where you are like located. If I was in the heart of Denver, I guarantee that my insurance would probably be a little bit more. Like I said, I'm probably like 15 minutes out from Denver. I live in Westminster, a little bit north of there. So the insurance is a little bit lower, but again, it also matters. My insurance, they also, like I said, they really take into consideration the accidents, your age, stuff like that. So so if you're thinking about buying an exotic car or buying something with a lot of horsepower or a V8, twin turbo, anything like that, any of that, age really plays a big factor in it, you know. And and that's one of the reasons why I have decided that what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you know, put a supercharger in my V6 because technically the car is still a V6. I thought about the Hellcat, really going back and forth on it, but then to me it's just not a daily driver. I don't think it makes a good daily driver personally. And you know, my car's got a custom paint job on it already, and if I finish all the modifications that I'm going to do to it, you know, it'll have bigger fuel injectors, it's got the high performance spark plugs, cold air intake, all the works, you know, all that, bigger throttle body spacer, all that stuff, you know. and the Diablo tune, and then get it professionally tuned with a supercharger, and it's got the full exhaust. You know, I'm not really worried about it putting down, I know it can hit 500 horsepower just on, you know, the amount of boost and stuff that I'm going to put on the supercharger and the PSI and all that, but I haven't decided how much I'm going to try to push out of it, but I'm going to try to hit around 500 horsepower. And again, like I said, even with 500 horsepower, you know, it's got more power than the 392s. Those are pushing like 485 and stuff. So, you know, if I have a 500 horsepower Challenger, I don't think I really need anything more than that. And then I'm going to do a twin turbo kit on the truck. So that's going to be sitting around, that can go up to like 1,000 horsepower if you do certain modifications. But I personally, I just want to get 500 out of it. I think these trucks come stock at 300 horsepower. So if I can get 500 horsepower and around, you know, 500, maybe 550 torque, I'd be really happy. I'd rather have the torque. That's more important to me for towing and stuff. But I also want the truck to, you know, if I want it to get up and go, it will get up and go. So again, so this is one of the things I've taken into consideration, because, you know, if I get a bigger truck with a bigger engine and a turbo diesel or whatever, the insurance is going to be more expensive. If I get the Hellcat, insurance is going to be more expensive. All my insurance knows is, you know, I'll have a 2012 Chevy Silverado with 4.8 liter in it. My insurance will know I have the 3.6 liter 2012 Dodge Challenger. They won't know I have a supercharger. They won't know I have a twin turbo, so it shouldn't affect my insurance rates. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video on insurance and how much it costs to run. Like I said, my total insurance for all my cars a month is like $350, which isn't bad. Again, you know, I have like 5 cars. My house is insured through them, so it's really not too horrible. I think it's like $400 for everything, including my house, all my vehicles, my house, everything insured. It's like $400 a month, which isn't bad. Again, you know, how many vehicles I have, you also have to think that, like I said, I have the UTV and I have the trailer for the UTV. So, you know, I have to insure the trailer to make it street legal for the road. So that's another thing they tack on. Yeah, just a bunch of things, dirt bike, everything. So paying $400 a month isn't bad. It's not bad at all. But yeah, so I just want to make a quick video on how much it costs to, you know, insure the GT-R. So I hope you found this video helpful, especially if you're thinking about buying an exotic car or a GT-R, Lamborghini, anything like that. If you haven't checked out any of my other videos, check them out. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe, and have a good day. This is Brandon LaChuga. Thank you.